How about the Patriots offense here, guys? Tough transition. Yeah. I mean, there's just not anything to say.
I mean, it reminds me of the old. Is it the? I think was it John McKay or Rich McKay from the Buccaneers? Like, how do you feel about the execution of the offense? I'm in favor of it. That's the famous post-game quote. Like, this was brutal. This was domination from start to finish. The Jets defense showed up, and the much maligned Jets run defense also came to play, Connor.
They did, and listen, the Jets were playing from ahead, so it forced New England to get out of their run script and drop back a couple times. They got sacked 7 times, Jacoby Brissett 5 times, Drake May twice. So when they were running, it felt like the Jets knew it was obvious situations, and they had no answer. Brutal fumble from Ramondre Stevenson. Chuck Clark just ripped the ball out of his hands. And here's the problem for the Patriots. When they were in conversion situations, the Jets knew Hunter Henry was the guy and no one else.
Which is a problem, because it's not like Garrett Wilson.
Wildly problematic. It just feels like the ceiling for this offense and the floor for this offense is abysmal until Drake May plays. And if you're a Patriots fan and coach, you have to be scared to put Drake May out there right now. I mean, he got clobbered the couple of snaps.
I did not understand that. It was so weird. Like, you're getting your asses kicked, and now you're going to put, like, your number 3 overall pick, your number 1 pick, your most valuable, asset that you have.
The Jets don't sit and prevent. Like, they still blitzed.
Yeah. That one made no mistake. But just by the way, just literally this just came in. Andrew Callahan, who covers the team for the Boston Herald, covers the Patriots, says he just tweeted this. Gerard Mayo reaffirms Jacoby Brissett is the Patriots starting quarterback. Quote, Jacoby is our quarterback until he's not our quarterback. So
they're at San Francisco.
They're at San Francisco next week. Yeah, I mean, exactly. At San Francisco, home to Miami, home to Houston, at Jacksonville.
It's not great.
You don't feel great. I wonder if you don't see Drake May until after their bye.
I think that's probably the course of action for them. And their offensive line's not healthy either, so maybe they need that to align.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get further into it. I mean, you're not doing anything with Ramondre Stevenson, although I do think if you have Ramondre Stevenson, Antonio Gibson would be worthwhile to pick up as an insurance back. Bad day at the office for Hunter Henry, but, like, he's a tight end. This is what happens. I don't think he's any different than most of the tight ends in the NFL right now.
Yep. I think every week you're starting Ramondre and RB2, and Henry's a touchdown-dependent flex like most tight ends, and then you don't want any part of the quarterback or the receivers.
The only thing that I think is interesting, and I don't know that I'm picking him up, he's just a name we'll talk about probably like deep on the list for next week, but I've always thought Demario Douglas is a talented kid. Like, I thought last year he showed some flashes, and he had a really nice game in this one. He was like the only one guy that really did anything for the Patriots. 7 for 69. They get him a rushing attempt as well for 9 yards. He had 9 targets as well. 37.5% target share against the Jets. Now, again, last week Hunter Henry had a 50% target share, so it seems like Jacoby Brissett is just finding the one guy that's working and just constantly peppering him. So I don't know that I would count on consistent fantasy production from Demario Douglas, but I will say, like, I randomly found him available in a dynasty league, one of my dynasty leagues last week, and I was just like, and I picked him up because I'm like, I think he's talented.
He had a lot of buzz when he was a rookie in their first camp, and he's on the field. He plays the slot.
I just think there's something there. Again, I'm not, but I just
better days ahead with Drake May.
Yeah, And I know they like Jalen Polk as well. I think better days are ahead for Jalen Polk. But
definitely.
Again, in terms of what you're doing in the near future, nothing much other than what I agree with what Jay said is you're starting Ramondre and Hunter Henry's touchdown dependent.
To put a bow on this game, Robert Saleh drinks free, by the way, because Robert Saleh survived Huggate. That was the big talk of this game. Very, very strange situation at all where, Rodgers after the game, of course, was asked about it. And
yeah, did you see? Everyone saw the video, right? Which is basically Saleh went over to hug him, and Rodgers sort of pushed him away.
Yeah, kind of gave him as we showed.
Yeah, as you see the video right here, and he pushes him away. He sort of gives him some death staggers. This is what I do whenever Jay tries to get physical with me. I just stop it, get away.
Look at those death lines. It's unbelievable.
Buffalo was one night. Let it go. It's in the past.
Not in front of everyone.
Not in front of everyone. Stop it.
We got to hear from Rodgers after the game on the big controversy.
There was that awkward exchange with you and Robert. You appeared to push him away.
No, it was not really awkward at all.
You appeared to push him away. Then when he went to hug you, what happened?
I didn't know. He's not a big hugger, usually, so I didn't know he was going for the hug. He likes to do the two-hand chest push as well. So, but he talks a lot about 2-score leads. So I just kind of gave him a push and said 2-score lead. That's what happened.
Yeah, he didn't say it with that smile, though.
No, that's the difference.
Different smile. He had a twinkle in his eye and a smile in post-game press conference. On the field, one smile and was no twinkle in the eye.
I'll tell you, it's a little weird, but Robert Saleh's Coach of the Year chances died in that moment because everyone knows now this is Aaron Rodgers'
Right.
team.
Aaron
Rodgers calls the shots. If this team succeeds, it's because of Aaron Rodgers.
It was great when the offense was rolling and they cut to Hackett on the sideline, and he was kind of like he truly was the kid that got credit for the group project.
Yeah.
But really didn't show up.
Oh, hey, that was a good call, right, Aaron?
He's not really he's barely saying anything on the headset. He's just marching down the sideline
he's
with the
just like-
offense.
he's just like
This is Aaron Rodgers' show.
Right. And they were trying to give him credit on the broadcast, too. I don't know if you heard it, things didn't go well, but it's finally, Nathaniel Hackett, bad in Denver, bad last year, but now finally getting to show what he can do. But you mean by what you can do? Just like, hey,
I got
Aaron,
Rodgers.
what are we doing?
Get to the line of scrimmage and check out of the play I call.
It was fantastic. But it'd be pretty funny if Aaron Rodgers got more votes for Coach of the Year than Robert Saleh.
I'm in favor of that, sure.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotorWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest RotoWorld fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.